Hey everyone, I'm Ross Chastain, and welcome back to another episode of Asphalt, presented by Fresh from Florida and powered by Like a Farmer Media. Remember, full-length episodes can be found on the Like a Farmer YouTube page, as well as under Like a Farmer podcast, wherever you listen to your audio podcasts. Today's show, we're going to look back at EchoPark Speedway, as well as the Chicagoland return to the Oval. No more Chicago streets. We'll talk about that racetrack, how we did there, and how it kind of came back to life as it sat dormant for a while. We're going to take you into a little conversation I had with my dad. So Ralph Chastain, Chad and I's dad, we're going to let him tell his story a little bit and have some fun. Put Dad on camera. Not too many interviews out there of old Ralph. He doesn't get on camera much. And then we'll look ahead to our next race, North Wilkesboro. First points race back for the old Wilkes County Speedway in a long, long time. So it's back, and it stepped through the All-Star race, and now it's got a points race. So going to be, I think, another level of cool factor for me going up there, not far from the house. So Big Ben, welcome in.
Thank you. We are in an air-conditioned room. Isn't this great? Finally.
Nobody can appreciate how good it feels in here.
It's so nice. Yeah.
I can't put into words until you can feel it.
Yeah.
You can't appreciate how humid it used to be.
You know what I like is I can really expand the wardrobe now, and I can wear a sweatshirt or a quarter zip if I want to the show, but because before I would have suffocated. So
literally the only reason you would have worn like that flannel would have been to hide the sweat.
Yeah.
Of the undershirt.
It really was. I mean, it was stylish, of course, but yeah, no, there's been times I've worn the wrong shirt and I did not have a flannel. So
yeah,
a lot better now. No, this is great. Thanks for doing that.
That's Scott. So
yeah.
A buddy of the farm out here, he basically came with the farm. So Miss Sue, who I purchased the farm from, Scott has worked out here in this shop for a long time. A lot of hot rods have been in and out of the back of this shop that he's worked on. And it's funny, whenever I started talking to Miss Sue about buying this place, she told me about Scott, and I was like thinking, wow, that sounds really like a guy I want to meet. Like I hope he doesn't leave. And then she asked me, and then Scott asked, you care if I like stay around? I was like, please stay around. I need help out here. Yeah. So Scott put the mini split in. It's as cold as you want it.
Yeah. Might need to work on the insulation from what you told me earlier.
I mean, it's a barn. Yeah. It's not insulated well.
Yeah.
The door alone, like the barn door behind you, let alone the sign, we got to get permanently affixed. It just fell. I can't get it to stay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find another solution. It was one of our. We just stacked a bunch of interviews before doing this, so we have a lot more interviews coming up. But after Ross asked the first question, I was sitting in the back of the camera and I was just starting to laugh.
It fell so slow.
Yeah,
and Ken never knew it.
Yeah, right behind him.
Yeah,
it didn't startle him though.
He kept talking.
Yeah,
he just flinched.
Yeah.
Look, the door's gonna insulate them better. Look, the fourth wall's done. Yep. We have conditioned air and heat for the winter, so we can heat it, cool it, whatever you want. You just grab the remote. Yeah. But yes, I'm glad you brought it up because, man, it feels good here.
Yeah, it is amazing.
You can run the Coke machine now and not sweat even more.
Yeah,
those things put off
a lot of heat.
They put off some heat.
Yeah, I checked one of the Cokes earlier and they are ice cold. So
I'm ready for one.
Yeah.
Man, EchoPark continues to impress.
Yeah.
Like, best show we've got.
Yeah.
It's the perfect combination of drafting, qualifying wide open, like low drag wins qualifying, but then can your car handle good? Like, you have to have it balanced. And we personally did not have ours balanced at the start, and we tanked. We were so happy about ninth. Qualified fourth round one, ninth round two. I still think 2 rounds is silly.
I don't understand that.
It's got to be like a TV window or something. I'm assuming. I shouldn't assume, but I am. It's got to be like a time window thing.
Maybe.
Of TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, I almost crashed round 2. We don't do round 2 very often on the one car, so we didn't know what to do. We just put the air right to the same as we did in round 1, and turns out hotter tires and a lap on them, and it has less grip. So turn 3 was, I held it wide open, but I had a lot of corrections in the wheel. But we tanked hard, went a lap down. Big changes, like the first 2 pit stops, came down pit road at the end of stage 1, and during the rain delay. I guess after that pit stop, after the red flag, and I just shut the car off, and they went up under there and moved all 4 corners, wedge around, moved heights, a lot of changes, and we went from the 35th of 37 fastest cars. Like we were 35th, and we drove. I'd say we were a top 5 car at the end. That's pretty cool. You don't see that very often in Cup.
Was anybody expecting the track to race the way it was, kind of like an old style Daytona where everybody was kind of single file and handling, like you said, was a lot bigger of a factor into it?
When the sun was still, like before the rain, the track was still hot, and we all singled out because for me, I was so loose. I was spinning out. And yes, we expected it, but we just missed the balance. Like our heights and attitude of the car was wrong. And when we put the heights and attitude at a different angle of the entire car, moving each spring, like the perch heights, like the height of the car, different race car. It was amazing. Like the toe is still the same. The cambers are the same. The springs are shock settings. Like it's just height. It was wild. Really cool. To see that, for me, to see how close we are to being great. Because we went from 35th to, in my opinion, 5th. We didn't finish there, but that's like pace in the car at the end. If you plug us up there, we would have stayed. At the beginning of the race, it didn't matter where you put us. We were going to the back. And you hear it in frustration with other drivers and teams, like doing small round adjustments. The 24 car. I mean,
I was about to say Willie B was not happy.
And Rudy's like, look, you were loose. I added around to the front. It's right on line. That's where I heard it. I added around to the front. Now you're tight. I get it. It's a fine line, and we're fighting the same thing. So getting that, all of our tools, all of our engineers, all of our things that lead us to our decisions, like getting that closer to the bullseye of what we need that's the name of the game right now. But knowing that we can get there. And I got out of the car and I looked at McSwain. I'm like, we need practice. Like, practice would have helped us so much. If we could have went and made a 10-lap run, we would have known how loose we were going to be. We had no idea. Did not think we would be that loose. So definitely, if we could have ran a 20-minute or a 50-minute practice out there in the draft, that would have been great. It would have alleviated our lap down in stage 1. So. But it was everything I saw, even the leaders coming to the end of stage 1 as they lapped me, looked like they were having a good race with the 45 and the 12. The end of the race, Carson leading at the white. I saw him pop off of 4, taking the white flag, and I was like, he's a long ways out there. And then we were all in line on the straightaway. I couldn't see him, and I couldn't tell what happened until I watched the replay. But that 77 continues to put themselves in position. That's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
He drove by all of us after his issue, and he got his lap back. He drove by us like on the bottom without help, just motoring by, and we're all up there fighting for our lives.
He was singing it while doing it, probably.
Jeez. Yeah.
Maybe that's what you need. You should sing in the car a little bit. You guys are quiet on the radio.
I don't push the button.
Yeah.
I'll have a song stuck in my head. I didn't this weekend, but at times I'll have a song stuck in my head, but I'm not pushing that button. I did key up behind Zilich one time this weekend. I don't normally do it, but he like changed lanes in front of me.
I heard that. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, somebody changed lanes in front of him. He reacted to them, but I had already made my decision, so I about knocked the fence down and won because of it. And it just, I didn't see what all happened in front of him, and it's not fair to key up right in the moment, but I did. I'm human, and I was aggravated. And we talked about it, and before we even talked about it, I watched the replay and I was like, oh, that's why he changed lanes, because he was about to crash if he followed them in the corner. So he went to get clean air. It just happens that I was sitting 10 feet behind him. And I mean, my car took off. So
I heard it in Brandon's voice. He was like, copy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, you'll see it. You'll see it at some point.
I almost went up there with the tombstones in turn 1.
Tombstones in turn 1.
You know, there's a graveyard up there.
No.
Yeah, outside turn 1. Yep. Up by the pine trees.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I shot there both days.
It's a little bit off the track, but it's over there.
Actually, yeah, I think I know where it is.
Yeah.
Now I think about it. Yeah.
Yep.
What'd you do during the rain delay? I don't think I went and saw you, but
pit box for a while.
Okay.
Talked through a lot with McSwain, and Chase, and Jacob, just trying to get granular on what I'm feeling because you don't normally get that like face-to-face contact. Looking at all their squiggly lines of all their stuff, looking at the changes we had made on the first stop and how much that helped and what I thought I needed more of. Looking at our teammates, other Chevy cars, seeing what I thought, reading their comments and what they had done on the first pit stop and what I thought was good and bad. Then I went to the hauler, changed, did get into dry clothes because it was sweaty just from the humidity. And then went over, my parents were there with their motorhome, so went and hung out over there a little bit. Some friends from Fort Myers from back home were up, so saw them, the Cooks. Just kind of hung out. It's so hard not to eat everything on these rain delays.
Your mom had the camper fully stocked.
Yes.
I went over there just to snack, honestly.
Yeah.
They're like, come stay. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm just
here for the food.
Yeah.
Only did 3 slices of watermelon. It's the best I've ever done by far. I walked by all the other stuff. She had different cakes and pies and healthy snacks and sweets and food. Dad had roller dogs going.
Yeah, he was slinging them too.
He loves that little roller dog.
It's kind of the best.
Yeah,
I was tempted. I think your dad told us. I went in there at some point. And your dad told us a story of how Chad used to make hot dogs for the truckers, like growing up, and they'd be like covered in bugs and like all that. And they're like, no, we're good. And they'll just take a napkin and like wipe it off.
Oh yeah,
should have had one of those back in the day.
Yeah. These were little more expensive dogs now. Brats, almost a brat. They were cheddar.
Oh really?
I think they were cheddar filled.
Oh.
They said I didn't have one.
I love brats. I don't like hot dogs, but I love a good brat.
Yeah,
should have had one.
Whenever I filled in for Ryan Newman in the 6 car, and I drove the Oscar Mayer car at Phoenix. There was some controversy around the paint scheme and the fan vote, but Dad, I just remember he was so excited. He's like, "You're driving the Oscar Mayer car. That's awesome." Yeah.
Sounds like we need to set your dad up to drive the Weenie Mobile.
I'll let you handle that.
Yeah.
That race they have at Indy now it's
so
comical.
Funny. Yeah.
It's comical. Every pun they could possibly do. Did you see a couple spins in the race, but not any big wrecks? Mm-hmm. Like I say, not any big, not the big one. Something that I didn't notice until after when I saw them in each other's face, but the Bubba, the Daryl and Ty.
Yes. And that was coming to end the stage, I think is when that happened.
Yeah.
I honestly, I saw the spin, but it kind of like went to the back of my mind. And then when they had the fight on pit road, I didn't really know what that was
about.
Not fight, but they got heated. Verbal fight.
Confrontation.
Yeah, verbal domestic. I didn't realize he was that mad about it. But did you see what they were saying about each other?
No.
What do you think?
I didn't see what they said. I just saw the on-track stuff after that when I looked back through the race. I could be mad at both guys if I'm the other guy.
Yeah.
Like if I'm Ty, I'm like, you were 2 lanes up and you hung a left, like because of a tight moment on entry. So if I'm Ty, I'm like, that like you just turned left. And if I'm Daryl, I'm like, you ran me over.
Yeah.
So I think it's just based on which side you're on. For me, like I would be mad that you're mad at me if I'm Ty, and if I'm Daryl, I'm like, man, you ran me over. But I'm also probably not going down there to say anything. It doesn't ever go good. Never goes good.
Yeah.
It feels good when you're walking down there, like, oh, I'm angry, and then
I feel like if you're not going to get physical, what's the point? From a fan perspective.
Hopefully my days of physical are over. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the nose.
Yeah,
I've learned that the hard way.
Well aware.
No,
if you ever do come across that, I will be I'll be on pit wall watching from a distance.
You're not going to get in the middle.
I'm a small dude. I can't do anything to help.
How do you think I feel?
Yeah, I mean, if you have the pit crew guys and Harry in there, you're okay. But I mean, if I'm your last line of defense, you're on your own.
Yeah.
So
I have asked my guys over the years to stay out, keep other people out. That's their goal, and they have done that in the past. They've turned and like, don't go in there. So I don't want them in because then if I end up like knocked to the bottom, that's gonna hurt.
You're gonna get piled on.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, they'll talk that out. They have a lot more to gain by working together than they do apart. So
for sure.
Blaney wins, dominant.
Yeah.
My God, I never saw him.
Yeah.
I saw him when he hit the fence in 1 and 2. I should say that. And if the caution doesn't come out, we pass him. A bunch of us pass him, and he's outside of probably 10th. But was that caution actually for something else?
AJ got in the wall pretty good. Yeah. His first incident.
Yep. So yeah, when I saw Blaney tag the fence after a block from Darrell, I thought that was a very quick caution draw.
We all thought that too.
Turns out that wasn't it.
Yeah.
So yeah, did you see Blaney riding the Harley?
Yeah, he was ripping.
At first, I thought it was fake.
Yeah,
I thought that was like.
Yeah,
but I think it was real.
It was. Yeah, because I saw either pre-race or sometime during the rain delay that they had somebody posted a picture that's what they're giving away.
Yeah. Oh, I knew it a week ahead of time. It was in the drivers' meeting room in the back of the media center during the rain delay. I tried to cut through there to use the facilities during the red flag and couldn't get through the gate, but I could see through the glass, and it was parked in there out of the weather. That thing was cool. I just stood there and looked at it. Like, I want that.
Yeah. Have they ever given away a motorcycle?
No, they gave away a truck last year.
Atlanta did, or sorry, EchoPark?
Yep.
Okay.
It was a Chevy.
Okay.
Used Chevy last year. And then this was a brand new Sturgis 250, like America 250 Harley Davidson.
That's sweet.
Bad to the bone. But yeah, Blaney was ripping.
Yeah.
I mean, he rides, so.
Yeah, I figured. Had the wind.
Do you think he went on the banking, or do you think he got down on the apron?
I hope he got down on the apron.
I think the lean you'd have to have, even at speed.
Yeah.
I'd be afraid the right side, which that bike sits higher. It's a more powerful, not low rider, like not a low bike. But I just thought still, like I'd be worried that right foot plate and peg would just. You imagine winning and then taking the bike down in turn 1 and
then
laying
not wearing
it down.
a helmet too. That's the one thing I was looking at.
Same.
Yeah.
But he was not protecting his melon.
Right.
He beat me to it.
Yeah. Especially how fast he was going too. I'm like,
I don't want to know how
if you're
fast.
gonna like drive it up and down pit road, that's one thing.
Even out on the front stretch for like a video.
Yeah.
But like they were a long ways away and they had to move that camera pretty quick.
Yeah.
Well, back to Chicagoland the week before, back to the Oval. Had you ever been?
It's my first time. Well, technically, I went a couple of years ago when it was still abandoned, I guess, or just not racing. So I've been outside of it.
Graffiti it?
No.
I thought I saw your tag. I thought you had tagged it.
No.
Isn't that what the kids say?
No, it tagged graffiti.
I thought graffiti, like tagging it.
Vandalized.
Yeah.
You think I'm that big of a hooligan that I was doing that?
I don't know. Why were you there when it was closed?
I was with a driver that wanted to go see it.
Carson.
Yeah.
I feel like he manifested part of that, or he already knew it was coming back.
Yeah. That was 24, so there might have been some rumors, but then he went back 25 to actually go and help, weed whack and promote it.
Did he actually help?
I think so.
Did they have like an extra long weed eater like on the market? Because he would need
he was probably slouched over.
Long arm.
Yeah, long armed. Yeah. In the basketball shorts.
In the shorts. My gosh. Hey. I don't know. She likes them. I thought the racing was good. I was curious what the surface was going to be like, right? It's been sitting. They definitely had patches out there. Tracks have that. Pocono, they're out there patching Pocono Saturday night after the O'Reilly race. So it's not uncommon. The garages had asphalt patches throughout them. There was spots where they coned off. We couldn't drive throughout practice. It slowly, I think, was chipping away. So yeah, you're going to have that with a facility that they haven't been maintaining it, but they went in and put a fresh coat of paint on it. I thought it looked great.
Yeah.
Felt like Kansas.
Yeah. I drove in the tunnel. I'm like, I am in Kansas
for
sure. Like even like where Credentials is and like the DL lot and everything. I'm like, this is because I think they were built the same year.
Them out
maybe.
The same. Yeah. They built them same time frame.
Yeah.
But yeah, hiatus from the streets. We'll see what comes next year. Julie Giese and the NASCAR team are hard at work on all that. Time frame around 4th of July. I've talked to Julie about her role as running the schedule, and she's like, there's so many factors and so many opinions that matter that go into the NASCAR schedule. Hats off to her for her and her team for doing that. So excited to see where they take us next year. But I thought Chicagoland hit the mark.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, getting in the track was a lot.
The rain, man,
2 weekends in a row.
Those fields have sat there for how many years, and then we start using them, and then it pours. Turned to soup.
I was hoping coming off the West Coast races that we were going to have 2 races where I was going to get home before midnight, and I was not. We weren't even close.
This week, Monday, I was worthless.
Yeah, same.
And I got to bed at about 5, slept till almost noon. Still worthless.
Yeah, me too. I feel like I'm a little bit better, but I got back to my apartment at 5, and then I slept until it was on and off until maybe 11, and then I just had to get up. So then it was bed early last night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine was not bed early. Jordan came back from EchoPark from Atlanta with me, and she hadn't been here in a few weeks, and we had to clean the house.
Ooh.
I had not kept it up to the standard.
Yeah, I had to come here last week, and there was
signs of bachelor life.
Yeah,
just
swimming trunks in the shower. Bathroom is not clean.
Well, that's a whole nother story, but that's not neither here nor there. But yeah, I think Chicagoland, Chicago Street Course, both. We go to Kansas twice. Let's go to Chicago twice.
You're an hour from the city. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of it on those two. Crap, who won Chicagoland? Denny? I'm just assuming he won everything else. It's been 2 weeks. I don't even remember.
Reddick?
No, it wasn't
Chase.
Briscoe.
Yeah,
it was Briscoe.
Yeah, it finally took
Bell. Jeez. Oh my gosh. If they don't cut that, that's going to look so bad. Yeah, Briscoe.
I like how it took us the same amount of time to figure out who it was. I'm like, it wasn't.
They needed the slow-mo to see whose eyes lit up first. So I hit the fence with about 10 to go in turn 1. Followed Enemigo into 1, too close. Got tight, snapped loose when I jumped out of his wake, pounded the fence. Thought the rear suspension was knocked off of it, and it was wobbling, but I was able to limp around really slow. Went a lap down, lost 3 more spots at the end. Right at the end, Ty Dillon caught me, but then he jumped out of my wake and went up and hit the fence. Almost looked like he rode the wall off of 4 to finish. I don't know. Didn't call it, close. Glad we finished because it could have easily been on pit road, not finishing as hard as I hit it. So, Briscoe, delivered dirty air to the 20.
Yeah.
I watched his last block. They were going around Allmendinger, 1 or 2 to go, couple to go. And, he made one more move and the 20 lost the nose and it was over. So, in a red, white, and blue car on 4th of July.
That's the water company. I can't remember what it's Freebird or something.
Oh, it was a Bass Pro car.
That's what he had last weekend.
Oh, I thought it was the red, white, blue Bass Pro car at
Might have been. Yeah.
Chicago. I'm pretty sure it was.
You're probably right. Yeah.
Well, we couldn't even remember who won.
I don't even know what I had for breakfast this morning.
Yeah. Well, can we play the video with Dad?
Let's do it.
All right. Before we look ahead to North Wilkesboro, I got my dad on here. He was up in town, I guess 2 weeks ago. And we filmed Ralph on camera, Ralph Chastain of JDI Farms on Agged Asphalt. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is a very special day here on Agged Asphalt. This is something I never thought would happen. I'm going to get to interview my dad, Ralph Chastain, on the podcast today. The guy that, he was the 7th generation self-proclaimed watermelon farmer from Florida. He taught me everything I know about speaking. We'll get into that. We'll ask him all the details. And he's the real farmer behind the scenes on what you see when I smash watermelons. So, Dad, welcome to the podcast.
Glad to be here.
Are you really?
I've been waiting.
Oh, gosh. Oh, this is, we're in it. We're in it now. Do you remember back when I was starting racing, you telling me to talk more, to tell the story, to talk about ag?
I do.
And I would say, I remember going, well, what should I say? And you're like, just talk.
Well, once we got past the yes and no answers, realized couldn't get you to stop talking.
I think that comes from the Pravat side.
I would say so.
And the Gill specifically on Mimi's side.
Probably so.
Yeah. So people want to know about watermelons. They ask me all the time. I get questions all across the country, coast to coast. People want to, they know the racing, but they have questions about watermelons. And a lot of people want to know about our family and the story. You and Aunt Carolyn did a deep dive when I was a kid, best I remember, into the lineage of the Chastains. Can you tell people a little bit about what you learned and kind of the story?
We did. Which things are easier to look up now than they were then. But we found a lot of history going back on the Chastains. The first ones coming from France that we started keeping track of. But the watermelon part of it was, I think, something that just happened, and then we've took it and ran with it, and it is a business that people ask about. It's kind of an odd thing that it gets the attention that it does. I think a lot of it is people think, how can you make a living growing watermelons? And until they really realize the business behind it, and it's just an interesting business.
Yeah. You were born in Fort Myers.
Right.
At
Lee Memorial Hospital.
Same place.
Same place. Still there today.
Yeah. I was born there.
Right. In one of the campuses.
Yeah. Health Park, I
Health
guess.
Park.
Yep. Golisano now.
Right.
Which is crazy. I've been back to see kids. It's now like a children's specific. I don't know if it was then.
It is now. It wasn't.
It wasn't. And it's crazy to think that for me that I remember I was born, or I don't remember being born there, but knowing that I was, and then going back to like in my fire suit 10 years ago to see
Right.
kids, that was, it's cool. But Granddaddy wasn't born there. He was born in Georgia.
He was born in Georgia.
How much did you go up to Georgia? That was where your grandfather, my great grandfather, was born and raised and lived most of his life. You remember being up there? You remember the pond house?
I do. We were, as kids, on up till, being grown, we went to Georgia several times a year, to South Georgia, to the area, to their farm. But as kids, we would go every summer and stay quite a while, because that was the height of their season, was summertime. In Florida, we were finished.
Yep. I don't remember Peepaw, your grandfather. I have like a silhouette outline, but I was young when he passed away.
Right.
I remember Mamu very loosely. There's some stories of me interacting with her, but I vaguely I remember what she looked like a little bit, but not really Peepaw, my great granddad. What was he like? I know Granddaddy, and I can see, knowing Granddaddy's stories, who's here today hanging out for the weekend.
Right.
What was Peepaw like? Was he like Granddaddy, or was he more like TJ? Like who?
Well, of course, by the time I knew him, he was to the granddad stage. So I think he had kind of calmed down, and he was a real fun granddad. There were several cousins that I had, and we would all be there, and everyone wanted to go to his house, even cousins from second cousins and friends. He was a fun granddad. You look back, it might have been kind of dangerous, the fun we had, but he was definitely the one you want to go see.
Yeah.
He was a storyteller. He was a jokester, a big jokester. And of course, at the time, he was old because he was the granddad.
Yeah.
He was as old as he was. Is not as old as he used to be, but he was a fun one to be around.
There's a story I've heard about, maybe you and Richie I'm not sure. Maybe it was just you driving up there in a new truck.
Right.
Did he have an opinion about that?
Yeah, he was very thrifty. And of course, you know, he grew up in some tough times. And he didn't like spending any extra money, and he just couldn't imagine why you would have a new truck as a teenager, especially with payments on it. But he was one that would save his money, and then he would go buy something. And he just thought we were being wasteful to do that, which, you know, we're always look at it like our truck is our office. And so but he wasn't happy with it.
Yeah. And was that you that drove up there?
That was me.
And you had bought the truck?
Yes.
On your own?
Yeah. And I remember one time.
You bought a payment?
Yeah, I signed up for a book when it was actually a paper book that you pull a ticket out and send in every month.
Really?
But
what year would that have been?
It would be like a 78, 79.
Yeah. And it was a
Chevrolet Silverado, which at the time they were all Chevrolets, but Silverado was the highest trim. Now they're all Silverados with different trims, but
I've read about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you don't know about it.
Yeah. Did you take him for a ride in it?
Finally, he did go for a ride in it. But I remember the next day, spent the night, and we were helping him. He had an old barn he was tearing down, and he would pull the nails out, save the boards. Nothing went to waste. And I broke the hammer doing it.
You did?
I did. No, actually, another guy with us did it, broke the hammer. So he was a little upset about it. So I said, well, he wanted us to go get a handle for the hammer because we wanted to go to town.
Yeah.
We went to get a handle. Well, I got there, you could buy a hammer just as cheap as you could buy the handle, maybe $1 more. So I bought a new hammer. Well, when I got back, he was really upset that I didn't just buy a handle to put in the hammer.
To put in it.
So that things that we just don't think about today.
Yeah. No, not at all. So that's you're up there in the late 70s, but they moved south in the 50s.
Right.
When my granddaddy, your father, got out of high school.
Right.
When he finished high school. So that's where the South Florida piece, everything starts there, where
there was a little bit of the family had moved to Florida. Like it's his brothers and sisters. And once my dad and my uncle went into the service, which I still had a aunt, Carolyn, and she was in high school, I think. They all moved to Florida, looking to farm in Florida where you can get an earlier crop, get more money for your crop.
Mm.
And so while they were in the service, they were both sending their checks back to them. And I think they took those checks and was able to buy a new tractor in Florida, and started farming there, and it worked out. They were able to sell watermelons for way more than they'd ever sold in Georgia at the time. And that's where the Florida started.
My granddad, meets Meemaw.
Right.
Along that time, getting out of the service, he's farming and meets Meemaw over near LaBelle.
In LaBelle. Yeah.
Where Meemaw grew up.
Right.
Thinking about that and like how people met back then and had to stay in touch.
Yeah.
A little different than today.
Well, it's a lot different from today, but they, I don't know exactly where they met, but I'm sure, everybody would hang out in town, and you couldn't just go on your phone and see what's going on.
Nope. Meemaw runs our family, I would say, is a safe way to put it.
Right.
Makes the best peach cobbler for sure.
Right.
What was it like growing up? So you have an older sister, Carla.
Right.
Younger brother, Richie, and a younger sister, Krista. What's life like as a kid? What do you remember
It really wasn't far from you growing up, where, of course, you're in school. As your memories come, the things you remembered was getting out of school, going to the farm. We don't live on the farm, so you're driving to it. Most days you were excited to go. A lot of days you weren't excited to go, but it was part of working. But it wasn't too far from your childhood.
Yeah. Now, I've always understood that Granddaddy, he retired from farming relatively early for
Right.
most farmer standards, I would say, right around 60.
Right.
He stopped, but you had already went out on your own before
Right.
that.
Yes.
Now, was that the relationship, just him being your dad and the boss didn't work great, or you saw different opportunities, or there was opportunities to just divide and do it and not have to feed two families out of one farm?
There was no problem really. Just some opportunities came up. I met certain people and it seemed like, I look back at it, it just kind of happened by some of the people that I met, and we took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
And he kept farming too. He farmed with Doug, my brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
And for years, it was just two different farms, but they were near each other. We shared things back and forth. So then just, me and Richie did it together for years. And we kind of split. There was no problem there either. It just kind of gets to a point, it just eases, kind of few things, opportunities come up and you go with it.
Yeah. Now, you farmed a lot of different fields, watermelons. I've told the story a lot, but I'll tell it again, that you have to move and rotate to a different field each year. You want to not come back to a field for at least probably 7 years, and you really shoot for 10.
I shoot for 10.
Watermelons leave behind disease that are susceptible. The next watermelon plant will
pick it
up,
right.
The disease. And you can grow other vegetables. You can put grass in there. You can do a lot of things, but not watermelons.
Right.
So talk about those first fields you went out and did on your own, because you're still on that same ranch, and you have been throughout my life a lot, the Likes Ranch.
Right.
Likes Brothers.
Right.
Talk about that first chance and those people that gave you that opportunity early on from the land side.
Well, your granddad was farming on some of Likes Brothers' land, and then he was moving to a new piece, and I had got to know Charlie Likes, and we kind of made a deal that I could farm it, didn't have to pay any land rent unless I made money. And we knew one of the local tractor dealers, kind of the same thing. They had a used tractor. I went in to rent one, and they told me, take this tractor, and if you make any money, pay me. If you don't, just bring it back, everything fixed. So the first year I grew some cabbage, and it just happened to be a year that there was a super hard freeze all the way down into South Florida. And it takes a lot to freeze a cabbage, and it did kill from about 20 miles north of us, killed all the cabbage in Florida. So cabbage went from an average of $3 a box to $30 to $35 a box. So that was the big thing that, of course, I didn't have enough of them, but I had enough to make a big difference.
Yeah.
So we made some money, and I do remember walking in and paying all them people, the feeling that was.
Yeah.
And some of them, the surprised look when I walked in with a check.
Yeah.
So, but it's worked out ever since.
So Charlie Likes was the one you're dealing with on the land. They're, across this country, own land, and successful family from, the dawn of our country. Really,
seems that way.
Seems like that's what I look at it as. Just a group that I hold highly, although I don't know them at all.
Right.
Just see all their land. Okay, so you're rolling along. You've paid off your initial people that gave you a chance to farm on your own. What year would that have been?
That would have been like 1981.
Okay.
It was really right as I graduated from high school.
Yep.
So
When did you start racing?
I didn't start racing until you were, I was probably 30, if not a little bit older.
Yeah.
It was kind of I was always a race fan, and me and friends would go to the different racetracks, short tracks around. And we went to Bradenton one night and seen those. They had 5 of those American race trucks to do an exhibition.
Yep.
And that's where I met Bobby Deal and the guys from that. And before we left that night, we had ordered 3 trucks.
Yeah.
They came so-called race ready. And they really were pretty, of course, everybody went to adapting on them as soon as they got them.
Yeah.
But they were ready to go.
So I was born in December of 92, but so you're saying that would have been right before I was born? Or was it?
No, it was after you.
I was already.
I think it was like 97, 98. So you would have already.
When you started?
Well.
No, you ended in 98.
Okay, ended there. Yeah, I would have started. You were born.
Okay.
And a couple of years old.
I thought that you stopped when Chad was born.
I did
have that
stop.
wrong.
So then you were. I just remember taking you to a race one time, and then I had to find someone to watch you because we ended up going by ourselves. And I had another friend with us. I think it was Dennis, but he was racing too. So when we got there, all of a sudden what am I going to do with you? And there was a guy that raced with us, Charlie Worth, and I think his wife, they watched you on the trailer while we were racing.
In the infield.
I think that was at Ocala.
Oh,
and it was you were on the outside of the track.
Gotcha. You took the race. It was an American race truck. You took it on an open trailer. At one point, you guys had maybe 2 of them on a trailer.
Yeah, we had a long gooseneck flat trailer from the farm. We'd put 2 on there.
Yep.
And usually that's who I would run into as the person we're traveling with, but made for good stories.
Yeah. Did you ever win?
Yeah. Won. Actually, quite a few of them.
Yeah. You ever get thrown out of tech?
Well, I might have did that too.
Yeah. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Some point.
And it was just a weight deal, but still it wasn't right.
Yeah. Did you ever have any tractor weights inside of the racetrack?
Yeah, they made for good
left side weight. I know I raced my late model with one in between, on the outside of the roll cage. It was chained in, right?
We had it chained in because it has a built-in handle.
Yep.
But back now, it wasn't the smartest thing.
Not smart. But basically, if anybody would ever rip the left door off, like in a crash, the next thing they would have found was a
big suitcase weight is what they call them.
For the front of the tractor.
100 pounds a piece.
Yep.
Because you was a lot lighter than the last guy that drove that car.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot. We had a Bandolero seat in that thing.
Yeah, I know.
It was a LaJoy seat built for a Bandolero.
We thought we had something because we had a LaJoy seat.
Yeah. I remember when they finally saw it, they were like, what are y'all doing? This thing's made to go like 30 miles an hour, not in a pro late model.
Yeah.
So you sell everything when, best I remember, Chad was born in 98. The race cars go away.
Right.
And then we were fans. We would go to the summer races at Daytona, never February, because you always had plants in the ground.
Right.
And then I remember you asking me if I wanted to go to the race one night at Punta Gorda. Matt Martin was racing in the Fast Kid division. That same American race trucks division had evolved.
Right.
And we knew Matt was racing, so we went up and watched. And that was the first time that I remember you saying, would you like to drive? Like, I feel like I had driven things at the farm, and farm kids, we grow up different because you had old trucks and cars and four-wheelers and tractors for us to drive.
Right.
Tractors with car engines in them and all kinds of things.
Yeah, there's a lot of creativity goes on when you're caught up with work.
Yep. So what made you get back into those pro trucks with me? Like what made you think I would want to do that?
Well, you always like to drive, you and Chad both. And you were good at it. So if you remember, Dennis Rockenhouse still had a truck sitting out behind his house, one of the original ones we had bought. And so I thought, well, let's go get it, and you can just drive it around up here in the farm. We went, he let us take it, and we got it running. It had been set in a couple of years. Built another adapted seat for it.
Yeah.
And
build an adapted seat is putting it lightly. I remember how big that seat was.
Yeah. We made it, and you would drive it around and around and around the parking lot at the farm. And we took it over and practiced at the racetrack. They had the kid class. And finally put you in it. And here we are.
I remember hitting the wall in the first race.
Yeah.
I overcorrected so bad.
That
was part of it, though.
Yeah.
That was part of it. Yeah, we end up buying a race truck for the next year, and we didn't even repaint it or decal it. We kept it a yellow 36, and that became our number.
Right.
You had unlucky number 13.
It was always lucky to me.
Yeah, I'm glad I swapped. Okay, well, that's how all the racing got started. You're still farming today.
Right.
You just are wrapping up another Florida crop.
That's right. Just finishing it this week.
Yep. When you look at ag and farming, I see your fields. I travel all over. I send you pictures from farms all the time. Sometimes I'm like, look at this. I think this is cool. Sometimes I'm like, look at this. I think this is crazy.
Right.
But you still do it. I'll call it an old school way. You've done drip irrigation. You've put water and nutrients right to the plant root before. You've gotten back away from that and are irrigating with seepage like through the sand.
Right.
Florida is such a permeable soil.
Works in our spot.
Yep. What's changed at your farm? I mean, from once you got established.
Well, the equipment's better. You have the GPS now that helps laying your fields out. That irrigation systems are better, even though this field we just did was a seepage irrigated. That the drip and automated is the way to go. I mean, I still think there's a real bright future in farming in the United States. You just have to adapt with how things happen. But in my old mindset is don't jump on the first thing that comes along each time, really figure out what's going to work for your farm and then go forward with it. Okay.
I don't think you looked, but behind you is the Homegrown Challenge chalkboard. And as we interview different people throughout the year, we've interviewed Harry off the one car. McSwain's been on here, Too Tall, a couple of the guys from the one car. We're just asking y'all questions about the states you're from. So just get your mind thinking about Florida facts. You and I do not do trivia. I already told them we're both, if they ever do this to me, turn it around and ask me the questions, I'm not going to get any. So,
well, then we ought to be even.
Yeah. We'll get producer Ben to get the timer fired up. Got it all teed up here, Ben. We're giving you 60 seconds, so it'll be over quick. Quick and painless. Okay. All right. Yep. What's the capital of Florida?
Tallahassee.
What's Florida's nickname?
Sunshine State.
What is my birthday?
December 4th.
The year?
Yeah. What would that be? 98?
Oh, wrong kid.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, well.
What's Florida's state animal?
Mockingbird.
Who's the governor of Florida?
DeSantis.
What's Florida's motto?
Something about freedom, I don't know.
Name 3 NASCAR drivers, past or present, from Florida.
I'll lose that one too.
You can't name one?
Well, I can name you.
Okay, that's one.
That's
my neighbor?
Mike Greenwells.
Oh, well,
he was kind of a
and
NASCAR
what's
driver.
current neighbor.
And B.J. McLeod. He doesn't need a little
Florida
help.
is the United States #1 producer of what fruit?
We think so.
Yep. They say oranges too. but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe
think
that
it
anymore.
might be losing that one.
Yep. All right. That's it.
Yeah.
Wish I could have got. I don't know if you'd have gotten. You definitely wouldn't have got the last one. Won't count this one, but who's the winningest NASCAR? You didn't even say his name, so you wouldn't know it. I wouldn't have known. The winningest NASCAR Cup driver from Florida, which I forgot he was from there. I'm not sure I knew he was.
Who is
They
it?
say Bobby Allison is.
Okay. Yeah, they were from like Hialeah, wasn't they?
I thought they traveled down there.
That's what I always thought, but that
Clearly, I don't think you're winning on the homegrown challenge, but we'll still send you out here with a prize. It's a participation trophy. Georgia Boot wants to say thank you
sweet.
for continuing to farm. We'll replace those Georgia boots you have on. They look like they've seen some things.
They have seen quite a bit this past year.
I'd say so. We didn't even get into everything those boots have.
Yeah, we'll skip that.
Okay. So yeah, got a new pair for you to take home after the weekend. So,
All right. Thanks.
all right. Thanks, Dad.
It was fun.
It was. It wasn't so bad, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you questions next time.
Deal. A big thanks to Georgia Boot and my dad for coming on the podcast. Dad has never been one to want to be on camera. And Ben, for me growing up, he would always tell me, like, you got to tell the story. You got to go do the interview. He would push me to do, like, at our local short track, to, like, always go ahead of the race and do interviews. He'd work to try to help, like, get the local newspaper out to interview me at our shop. And I was always so nervous, didn't want to do it, didn't like being on camera, got super nervous when I was on camera. And he always pushed me. And then I remember the first time they wanted to interview him, and I'll never forget his face. And he said, "No, I have to go do something." And he just left the race shop, like our barn we worked in. It was a little bit bigger than this. And he just left. He got in his truck and left. He wasn't going to do it. And I was like, oh, it's do as I say, not as I do.
Right.
But I asked him and twisted his arm enough this year. He finally came and sat down.
You
That
did a
was,
solid job.
it was good.
Yeah.
The headset placement was weird for him.
Cool.
He couldn't.
Was it
It was-
forward or was it way back? I can't remember. It wasn't fully like some guys do.
Right. The guys that do their hair tend to put them. The older guys that do their hair, I
Right.
see they'll put them back. Like
Right.
they don't want it touching the top.
Yeah.
But no, it's look, a lifetime of farming. It's all he's ever done. Grown several different crops, different veg, but always in South Florida, and built life that the rest of us get to I guess live through the fruits of his labor. I'll say.
Yeah. Did you guys talk about hot dogs? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
No. Shame.
That is the tough part about the way we do this. Speaking honestly, we film a lot of the interviews separate of when we actually film the every other week thing where we're talking about the races. So, canning all of the pit crew today, besides Brooke, like now in like, it could be 8 weeks before we play one of those. And then you and I are going to be sitting here now. What did Roberts? Yeah. So,
Wilkesboro.
yeah. Only thing longer than when we play the last pit crew interview is the last time there was a points race at Wilkesboro.
Nice.
I saw a clip this week of Terry Labonte winning in a silver Hendrick car right ahead of Jeff Gordon in his rainbow DuPont car. And like, they were running lower in 1 and 2 than we run now with the repave and the way the banking is, but 3 and 4, and like it was like racing the same way that we race now.
Nice.
Especially when we're running around the bottom. Those cars looked a little softer than ours are. Like they were like actually like flowing on the track, where ours are like very rigid when I watch them. But yeah, we're back. Points are back.
Yep. 450.
Is it?
Yeah, I think.
Laps?
I don't,
400 laps?
I think it is 400 laps.
400 laps?
Yeah.
Do you know who the entitlement is?
Window World.
Window World 400.
Window World 450. It's 4. Yeah, I think it was 450. 400.
You're really on this number thing right now.
I don't know why. Yeah.
Do you think the winner could get new windows in their house?
could certainly ask.
Maybe in the barn here.
Ooh,
Definitely
yeah.
could use some new windows around this thing.
I agree. Yeah.
They're more of a suggestion.
The windows?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just intrigued if you're ever going to do anything with this little like opening past the door.
Ralph has ideas, but
Does he?
yeah, I told him
Turn it into like
his-
the
he
producer booth.
he could do whatever he wanted to.
Stick me behind the glass.
I don't know if we can afford to divert any air. It
Yeah.
feels real good in here right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like it's chilly and it's
yeah,
hot outside.
It is.
We would be sweating.
Hmm.
We'd already wrapped up if it was that hot. We've had the All-Star race here. We've done all the qualifying stuff, pit road stuff here. So
Run a truck race there.
I've ran 2 truck races there. I've ran on the old track and the new track. I've ran a late model stock. My only late model stock race I've ever ran was here. I ran terrible. At the end, I just tried to run into Dale Jr. just to see if I could like figure something out and get some attention.
Well, you would have had to get an escort outside of the track if you did that.
Yeah. Yeah. I was glad he saved it. I didn't mean to actually hit him. The noses on those things are so long.
Yeah.
It was a bright pink Ambetter car.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And nobody was happy when I didn't run good. Like everybody was unhappy. It was like given to them, but they were not happy.
Yeah.
We ran like last.
Oh.
Yep. You'll have that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trucks are up there.
Mm-hmm.
Landon Lewis, another almost Nice win, second at Lime Rock in the 45 truck.
Mm-hmm.
That was that's twice now in the last month that I thought I was going to get to celebrate a Nice win with him after not getting it myself.
Yeah. Good run for Andres too.
Yep.
7th. Yeah. I think he's running the car sewer race this upcoming weekend.
Okay.
With, for Caden's team or one of the teams Caden works with.
What team doesn't Caden work with?
True. Yeah.
Everywhere he goes, he wins though.
Right.
Another big win a couple weeks ago. In the
South
car.
Boston?
South Boston.
Yep. Yeah.
He was eating watermelon at the halfway break.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yep. I saw the clip, and then after he won, I think the next day he texted me the same clip I'd already saw, and I was like, "Oh, I finally am ahead of the curve on social
Nice.
media. I've already seen this."
Nice.
But yeah, he was snacking on a piece of watermelon, trying to hydrate. He looks hot a lot.
Yeah.
He wins,
Yeah.
but when he looks hot when he
He's-
gets out.
Everything is, he lays everything out.
Yeah, he
there's-
does.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't miss. I mean, he is on a roll.
Yeah.
I mean,
And he
in everything he
keeping
drives.
his lunch down after in victory lane.
That was a
No.
problem.
Yes.
I knew it was one time.
I know. Well, I think there's been a couple times. Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah. Very excited.
Yep. Okay. I don't really know what else to expect though. That we're on a couple years into this repave. So we've all got those races under our belts. There's been 2 tests at Wilkesboro. There was like a small couple car test that Zilich did for us, and then I got to do the bigger org test. But it was freezing. I don't remember if it was.
Oh, that was like January, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was freezing when the sun wasn't like out. So going to be a lot hotter. Weather's going to be a factor. We'll see.
Is it going to rain? I haven't looked.
Always a chance.
Yeah.
It's summertime, man. Like, yeah, everybody knows. Could rain, especially at a NASCAR race. So, but yeah, looking forward to it. Try to keep building on what we've done on the one car. Our short track stuff was really bad to start the year. For that aero package and horsepower, we were not ready for it at the beginning of the year, but definitely saw some improvement at Dover, which is same type package we've got here. So more power, less downforce. Sign me up. We'll see.
Cool.
Okay.
That's
Anything
all I
else?
got.
Yeah. You're going to make the trip?
I figured you were going to ask. No, I will not. I did like 4 in a row.
I did
in a
not
row.
even think that was a question.
Yeah.
You're not going to Wilkesboro.
Correct.
What are you doing?
Hey, mom's birthday. Going home for mom's birthday.
Wow. Way to
Yeah.
make me feel bad. Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah. She watches sometimes. She follows the Instagram account, so she sees the clips.
My mom listens to the audio while she rides her bike.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
doesn't watch.
When is she coming on? We have to get her on.
They're over in the mountains.
Yeah.
They were at EchoPark
Mhm.
and they went to the mountains and they're going to come over to Wilkesboro.
Okay.
So her and dad on a summer vacay.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Lacey and niece Ashley coming up.
Sweet.
Gonna be staying at the house this
Nice.
weekend.
Okay.
Jordan will be back. Jordan's off playing a gig right now, so she's not here to enjoy the pit crew that we've had here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, gonna have some family in town, mom, dad. So
Cool.
I'll just drive back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that from here? What's that drive?
A little under hour and a half.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't speed.
Do not speed. Yeah.
421.
Right.
Use your melon.
Mhm.
Drive safe. Buckle up. Protect your melon. That's it.
Yep. I'm not making the drive, so I don't have to. But
No, but everybody listening,
Yes.
slow. It's as important as Darlington.
yes.
Drive the speed limit.
A lot of Georgia State troopers out last weekend too.
There was.
Yes.
Hey,
I heard one of our people may have
I don't want to know.
yeah.
I don't want to know. As long as they don't call me,
Yep.
I don't want to know. I'm not the friend that can help. I can promise you.
No, he it was all good, but yeah. It's one of those things. It's like Atlanta races and anywhere in South Carolina, even like going up to Martinsville, I'm like, I do not mess around with speeding.
No, not worth it.
Yeah.
Not worth it. The whole highway safety program we have,
Yes.
our group should know better than
Yes.
anybody.
Oh yeah.
Well, on that note,
Yeah.
thanks for checking out Ag to Asphalt, presented by Fresh from Florida and powered by Like a Farmer Media. Full-length episodes can be found on Like a Farmer YouTube page and under Like a Farmer podcast, wherever you listen to your audio podcasts. We'll see y'all in the next episode.